Hi, I'm Anna Sonoda, and welcome to Known and Trusted. I'm a mom and a therapist, and I've spent years working with children and families who've been impacted by sexual abuse. And like you, I worry about my own kids every day, in fact. But here's what I've learned, and I want you to really hear this. Grooming for child sexual abuse isn't random, it's recruitment. That means predators don't just appear out of nowhere. They choose carefully, selectively. They study families, children, and their environments. And here's some good news. If you understand how selection works, you can make your family bad prey. That's what we're talking about today, selection. It's the first stage of what I call the perverse courtship of grooming. And I promise, this is a conversation, not a lecture. I'm talking to you as a fellow parent, juggling family commitments, work commitments, and carrying the same fears as you. I'm not on a mountaintop of wisdom. I'm right here with you. Let me begin with a story. Picture two houses on the same street, same number of windows, same size mailbox, two kids inside, same neighborhood. House A keeps things visible, doors locked, windows clear, porch light on, parents talk with neighbors. There's a simple rule. No adult is ever left alone with a child. House B looks the same from the street, but the back door sticks, so it's often left ajar. The shades are usually closed, and the parents assume the coach, the volunteer, or the tutor is just helpful. If you were a burglar, which house would you break into? Exactly, the one with the easiest access. Now imagine a predator instead of a burglar. Predators don't pick at random. They look for unlocked doors in homes, in programs, and in communities. And the truth is, and many parents fail to realize this, predators don't rush. They start slow. They earn access before they ever use it. I want you to hear a short, composite perspective. This is not a confession from a real person, but stitched together from interviews and case notes. Quote, I start by volunteering. I show up where parents are busy. I notice who thanks me instead of asking inquisitive questions. I build trust. I make the child feel special. I make the parents feel lucky. Then I get time alone, one-on-one, small moments, and it all begins to feel normal for the family and the child. End quote. That's recruitment. It's calculated, it's gradual, and it starts long before anyone has even called it grooming. Let me bring you back to our neighborhood story. Both families have an 11-year-old. Let's call him Sam. Both kids play soccer in the same league. Both families, like normal families today, are very busy. Family A. Practices happen where parents can see everything. Two adults minimum at all practices. Volunteers who rotate regularly. Communication is only through the official team apps. Family B. Practices are held behind high hedges. One coach runs the group totally alone. Parents are encouraged to drop off and leave. Coach occasionally texts parents privately offering extra help. Same kid, same sport, same town even. But one family is bad prey. The other, not so much. Predators don't like resistance. They pick the easiest targets they can find. And the structure around the child creates that difference. Research confirms this. Predators seek positions of trust. Kids who are compliant or eager to please, and families or programs with weak oversight or one-on-one gaps lead to more risk. And let me be real with you. As a mom, I have blind spots. We all do. We're tired, distracted, overly trusting. That's not a weakness. That's just being human. But predators know this, and they depend on it for their own gain. Grooming is slow. It's like a vine creeping along a fence. You can stop it early, but if you wait too long, it entangles itself around everything. For example, grooming might look like a friendly volunteer offering snacks and praise in week 1. It might look like extra one-on-one instruction or opportunities for one-on-one instruction in week 3. By week 6, it looks like private car rides, small gifts, and increased compliments. By week 12, the adult has regular private access and secrecy has begun. Catch this situation in week 3, and it's fixable. Wait until week 12, and the habits are a bit harder to break. That's why small, early guardrails make the biggest impact. Here's what I do as a parent and what I recommend you try. Open the windows, literally and figuratively. Programs where parents can observe are just safer, guys. Lock the doors. Insist on a 2-adult minimum. And for that 2-adult minimum, they should not be related and they should not have a romantic relationship. If that is not possible, rotate supervision or find an alternative program. Know the rules. Do the background checks, even though we know background checks are only covering about 15% of total crimes against children. But know the rules. Explore the written policies. Who communicates with your child? If the program resists you exploring what their policies are, take note. Maybe it's not the right program for you and your family. Use your people. Find and create relationships with like-minded parents to become your allies. Share supervision, rotate visits, normalize dropping in. When we build a community like this, predators know it and they move on to the next community. Teach your child the why me concept. This neutral phrase, hey, why is it just me? Where's everybody else? Can my parents be here too? This reflects curiosity, not an accusation. And you can teach your child to partner with you by letting you know when events or situations become one-on-one between either an older child or an adult and your child. Use your judgment. Ask questions. Even if it feels awkward, guys, predators rely on our polite silence. Your questions could change the incentive. It could change the outcome of everything. Just being a little bit curious and speaking that question out loud. This word needs to come back. Judgment. Parenting in this space of child protection isn't about fear. It's about noticing. It's about choosing. Say it with me. If it feels off, I ask. If I don't understand, I check in. I check in with the program. I check in with the adult who's in charge. That's how you stop selection. That's how you make your family bad prey. Most conversations out there, whether it be podcasts, blogs, articles, focus on teaching kids body safety. That's important, but it's really incomplete. Children cannot stop grooming. Adults have all of the agency. Adults control access. Adults are the ones making the environments either safe or unsafe. So we need to talk about what adults can do early, not fearful, not blaming, but just improving our strategy. If you take away nothing else from this episode, take this. Grooming is recruitment, and you can interrupt it. This week, try these 3 things. List every adult who spends one-on-one time with your child. Ask one visibility question of a coach, a tutor, or a program you're currently enrolled in. Share this episode with a friend and say, we're learning to be bad prey. Why don't you join me? Next week, we'll talk about intentionality, how predators build trust and credibility with families, and how we can spot it early. Until then, show up, look up, and speak up. Stay curious and visible, and don't ever apologize for using your parental judgment.